All right, get down to business. Obviously, this says SHIB Euro. It's literally the same thing as SHIB New. Same price action. So what I'm seeing with SHIB New is it's sitting right on the 50 golden zone. Let me make sure it's tight right there. So SHIB is sitting on the 50 golden zone right now. I'm waiting for a fractal to show up on the daily, either on that candle. Oh, let me make it where you can see it. Either on that candle or that candle. I'm looking for a daily fractal, and I'm actually going to get in for a buy. You can now trade SHIB New with Osprey. If you don't know what Osprey is, it's a really good broker, and I can put the broker in the description. I mean, on the thing, anyways. But I'm looking for the fractal to show up right there. Why? We have this golden zone right here and the actual trend line. Don't worry about this move that came out the trend line, because this was a support, as you can see. Let's put on lines. That was a sharp move off of a support. And we have the trend line. So it rejected the trend line right there. This is just possibility. Nothing's 100%. It can also just continue to go down and get to this support right here. But 50 golden zone, trend line, support below. I have my confirmations. And once I get this, the fourth confirmation of fractal on the daily, I already have fractals sitting on that support right there. Once I get a daily fractal right there, I'm getting in. Once of course, I have to go down to the 15 hour and look for bullish, some bullish incentives like a W and inverted head and shoulders, bullish engulfing, whatever I'm looking for off of my support. I'm gonna get in, stops below this support, and we're gonna take it to the moon. Not saying that it's gonna go to the moon, but that is what I'm projecting. So if I'm projecting that once it goes up 20, 30, 40 pips, I'm closing half of the position out, putting stop loss at break even, then risk-free trade at that point. So that's what I got for SHIB New. Again, it says SHIB Euro. It's the same as the Tether US. Don't worry about that. Been a while since I made a video. Been kind of busy, but we caught a lot of trades. We've been doing really good on just letting the market come to us, letting some of the trades show us some bullish or bearish incentives off of our support and resistances. We just get in. We don't think about it. See what we need to see. If the market comes to us, we get in. So this week, we caught EU twice. Let's make it smaller. We're out of that trade, but I also caught this one too. So when it got down to support, I took it to that low, and we caught maybe 50 pips with that move. Then of course it retraced, and I saw that it retraced, broke this trend line. This was on that H4. Try to make it where you guys can see. So we caught this move. We caught this W. We got out of trade. Quick, easy trade. Made this M. Then the selling pressure took it down back to this support, which is off of the daily. No, this is actually the support is on the weekly. The weekly support, you see? This is a, what do you call it, demand area. So let's go back to the H4. When I saw that price did not want to make any more lower lows and the selling pressure of this trend line got broke with this candle, I waited. So I'm like, okay, here's this last support. So when it got right here, it stopped making lower lows. This let me know that this resistance will be broken. We got in right there on that candle. Barely saw any drawdown. Woke up this morning, TP smack. We had 2 EU trades this week. This one was about 60 pips, and I think this one was less than, I think about 40, 50 pips. It was less. But we out of the trade. Actually, we took this one. This was our TP1. This was TP2 up there. I went to TP2. The students, I let them go to TP1 and make it optional to hold. But I mean, get your pips and be out the market, honestly. We took a gold trade. I like where gold is at too. I love it. Well, so last night, before seeing all of this, first of all, we took this trade to this resistance. It came down, did not make a lower low. Saw the W. Once the W broke, we took another trade. It hit TP again. Then last night I saw it did not make a lower low on this. So this was on the H4, a inverted head and shoulders that we saw. This is before all of this. So when I saw this inverted head and shoulders last night, I got in. We put the fractals on, of course. You see the fractals were showing up on this support, which means there's a daily. Bam, there's the daily right there. So we got in, woke up this morning, TP smash. Now I didn't get in on this selling pressure, this supply area right here, because I mean, I don't want to keep, once I get a certain amount of money for the day, I'm out the market. But I knew that this move was going to happen right here off of this supply area. We had a nice H4. I saw the H4 form and everything, but I'm like, man, you can only look at the charts for so long and put in trades and have to tolerate drawdown and stuff. So I didn't call this, but now we're here again at a nice buying area. That's if we get some bullish candles. One little candle on the H4 ain't enough. This doji and this fractal ain't enough. I need to see something like, and the market about to close anyway, so I mean, I got my little money. But if I see something like a W forming right here, and then it breaks the neckline, so like we get one move like this, and then it comes down. Come down to retest the W, and it retests and it's okay. Then, like, I'm gonna show you, because this is the basic stuff. Basic stuff off support and resistance. You ain't got to make it all complicated. Come on, don't make your money complicated. So we see some move like this, a W, and then it comes back and retests the W, and it's good. And we see some bullish engulfing or some bullish signal, and we'll take it back up here. It's simple. Just keep trading simple. Like you saw when I saw this W, and it broke the neckline, the W right there, and it retested. It just went up and touched back this area right here. So that's what we're looking for on that. I didn't touch GU. I didn't touch NU. I just knew that EU was ready because of how the dollar index was looking. And we'll go to DXY real quick and show you. You see, the dollar index was really bullish all week, but as soon as I saw that fractal on the daily, we saw a daily fractal. What happened? Daily fractal, hammer, bearish engulfing. That was enough for me to know that EU was going to fly and GU was going to fly. So we took those trades. We was out in the market. What else did we do? We did take the NAS 100. This one, that's old. So check this out. Market structure, right? Let's turn the music off for this. Market structure, man. That's why I teach market structure so much over actual other strategies. So let's look at the daily on NAS 100, right? Before we put the fractals in, let's just look at the structure. Let's go ahead and put our order blocks of support, resistance, retest, whatever you want to call them. So obviously this was an area, right? Before this candle happened. So we had this move. We had the fractal that showed up finally on the daily, which let me know that was the last fractal. So since that was the last fractal, I'm not looking for it to make higher highs. I'm looking at the last support or the retest area where it was at when it was just this candle. So when I saw this candle come up to this retest area after the market did this bearish drop and come and pull back up here on the daily, I was looking for this to be a sell. And here's the pullback area also where that fractal was at. So When it did this move, it barely came down there, and it came back to retest this move. This was the last fractal, so higher highs are done for. I knew at this point, after seeing that fractal show up, even though we saw the W, it came and it started not wanting to break past this area. Fractal showed up. This was really a chance to get in. I didn't get in. Most of this happened while I was busy, and you know you can't catch them all. You just can't catch them all. And now where we're at here, we're at this area. And let's see. Some people will just get in right now, but look, I mean, look at the candles. Like we had pull back, drop. We had too many red candles. So at this point, there's no, don't rush into trades. And then look on the 15, the last candle is still selling pressure. I'm starting to understand the selling pressure that's going on here. This is the selling pressure. It keeps getting to this boom, boom, but here's the support. So now what you need to do here on the 15, there's the 15 order block. Let's make that a different color so we can understand what we're looking at here. So here we are with NAS 100. You're trying to get a trade set up. Right now, the market is slow. The 15-minute is respecting 15-minute order blocks and shit right now. So no fractal showed up right there. Last fractal was right there. The low letting me know that selling pressure on this trend line is straight valid. Only two things can happen here. Give yourself two choices. Also got a little area right there. We on the 15 because obviously it's respected. Look how it respected that area. Two things can happen here. We can wait for some behavior to break out of this, to retest this, to start coming up to these areas and, you know, doing something like this. We can wait for that move to happen. Or at this point, it'll just sit here, and I'm gonna make this a different color. Let's make that a different color anyway. So it'll sit right here and keep letting the selling pressure take this thing down. And since it's being Friday, this move, there's a 90% chance this move ain't gonna happen on a Friday at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this move probably ain't gonna happen either. The market is slow. Let me make this another color. Market ain't just gonna reverse in New York session at 12 o'clock. Sometimes you might get lucky, but you gotta start thinking more. I'm gonna make this. I like making these colors transparent colors that are nice on the chart. So this is the next move for NAS 100 just on the 15. You know, you can do it on the hour. It look better on the 15, but that's your next move. All right. One last thing before I conclude this video. This high no gold might be pushing back up. Let's just keep it real. DXY bearish engulfing candle after a hammer. Daily fractal. Next thing we're gonna be looking for. Look at the rejection off this area. That's why I knew this. So today at 3 o'clock, if the DXY closes below this 26,200 area, then we will have a retracement where that's letting me know we'll start getting into some AUs, some NU, some buys on AU, NU, EU will continue, gold will continue up. We'll have some sales on US versus Mexican peso, US JPY, probably UCAD, depending on what Canada's doing, because Canada got a mind of its own. But we're really gonna pay attention to EU because EU literally is the dollar index right now. Like we already showed you on videos how close tied EU is to US DXY and how closely tied UJ is to the DXY. So that is what I saw in the market. Bitcoin and all these cryptos keep dropping, which is, I mean, we knew this was gonna happen once it broke out of that. Don't know what's next for it, but we'll see what happens on this weekend. But that's all I saw in the market. Have a good weekend. We'll see y'all next week.